Welcome to the nightclub, guys. It's your host, Night Wrencher. First off, I want to wish you all a very happy new year and a very Merry Christmas. I've been away probably, 2 3 weeks, I think, more or less. I don't know. I don't keep track too much. Today is a slightly different video. Not really want to get too much into the details. I think the images on the screen are pretty much self-explanatory. What's going on basically is I'm taking the 75 D100. I've made a couple videos on it. Nothing too crazy, but I ended up deciding to completely restore the truck top to bottom. I'm going to be separating the body of the truck from the frame of the truck. It'll be a complete frame off restoration, everything from the roof line all the way to the frame and the brake lines and tires and wheels and offsets, and it's just load capacity is just going to be, I'm going to be busy. It's going to be a very busy year, and I've got so many things to do, and I'm pretty excited with all the things that I've got planned for it. First off, it's going to be removing all of the old and rusty parts that I won't be able to get brand new because either they're too expensive or I can't find them. There's a funny deal with the 72 to 93 trucks. Although they were made for about 20 years, there was a style change somewhere in the early 80s, and the difference is that the fenders from 80 and down are worth like $200 a piece, and the ones that are like 81 and up or something like that are like $50 a piece. And I don't know about you guys, but I think I'll save my $500 or $400 or whatever on something else a little bit more important than a couple of fenders. Same thing goes for the doors. The doors, same price, $200 a door, where I can get the same, pretty much the same door off of an 85 or something for $50 as well. And I'm just basically modernizing everything. If possible, I'm going to want to find some doors with power windows, but there's no promises on that one. The engine is coming out. As of right now, it's no longer with me. I did sell the motor like almost instantly. Finding used motors isn't as easy as it used to be, especially these older classic motors that are more compatible with any kind of older machine that you might be running. Odds are, if you're trying to find a good running motor for your street vehicle, you're not going to be able to find it as easily as you used to. I'm not going to tell you guys how much I sold it for, but it was not cheap. And I looked on Craigslist and I looked on OfferUp to see if I can compare it to something, and the only thing close to it was about a $400 or $500 motor, and it was in, quote, unknown condition, and you know how that goes. So basically, I'm getting a different motor. As of right now, it is a secret. I already have everything planned out, but the type of motor that it's going to be is, in fact, a secret. Here's a quick hint. It's not going to be a MOPAR. The transmission is also going to be swapped out. It's no longer going to be the NV3500. That is also going to be a big surprise for you guys down the road. It's going to be a huge video that I'm going to be making, and it's going to be also like a 2 or 3 part series depending on how I do with this build. Some of the more challenging aspects, I believe, were probably deleting the gas tank that was inside of the cab. And later on, I'm going to have to install a new gas tank outside of the cab from this parts truck that I have laying around. And also trying to figure out a way to make the newer style AC system work inside the old style dash. So that's going to be fun. And then I'm also going to have to repair the firewall because it's got too many holes in it now because too many people are messing with it. And that's annoying, and I've got just too many things. Adapting the accelerator pedal for the new motor, and then I'm going to need to install a new clutch master and new clutch lines and new brake lines and new brake master cylinder. One thing I can tell you guys is that this truck is going to be getting a hydro boost system. Also, it's going to be getting an adjustable either proportioning valve or combination valve, depending on what's easier to install and what's going to be more efficient. That way I have a perfectly tuned brake system that'll match my front brakes as well as my rear brand new disc brakes. 4x4 is also on my list, so that is just one of those things that in order for me to have everything work as I want it to, I'm going to have very specific components. And as far as I know, something like this has yet to be attempted. I did see some similar builds, but they're all using very specific transmissions and engine combinations. And as of right now, I don't see anyone doing anything remotely similar to what I'm doing. Another quick hint, basically the only thing that's going to be Dodge after I'm done with this thing is the fact that it's going to be a Dodge chassis and a Dodge body, and that's about it. There's not going to be much else, and that's enough spoilers for you guys. I don't want to ruin the next couple episodes, but they are going to be very, very fun. Overall, this is a little bit more intricate than when I was working on the trailer. There's too many technicalities that I have to be taking into consideration. Part choices and dimensions are a big factor when deciding what parts I'm going to be using, and finding replacements for the old broken parts and figuring out what's going to be useful and what's not going to be useful for what I plan to use it for. Speaking of which, I don't think I've actually mentioned what I want to use this truck for. Basically, this is going to be the tow vehicle for my trailer for when I go to events, my ice cream events, and I need something nearly as cool as my trailer as a tow vehicle, and hopefully I can get this truck nearly as cool or even cooler as what I have right now and that I'm taking to events. It's been kind of a cold winter, so too many people haven't been purchasing my product, but the people who don't end up buying do end up going up to me and saying that they like my trailer, and if it was warmer, they'd be more than happy to buy stuff. So I guess that counts for something. All in all, I'm very excited with the way this project is turning out, and I'm actually learning quite a few things about the intricacies of building vehicles from the ground up and re-engineering a lot of things that you would normally take for granted in a regular car that I have to be fighting with every single day. Some of you may have realized that the video structure that I have for this is a little bit different than my usual structure. More importantly, I decided to ditch the music for this video. I do take your guys' comments and concerns very seriously, and any kind of suggestion you guys might have for me, I always take into consideration when making the next video. So I happened to receive two specific comments about music on two different videos, and I thought I'd throw this video out there without music whatsoever to see if it's more of a positive response or if it makes the video a little bit too quiet. I'm always striving to produce the best content that I can. I know that I'm still a very, 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 very small time YouTuber, if I can even call myself that. But I am trying, and I do have a lot of things that I want to share with you guys and a lot of things I want to discuss with you guys in the near future. And I'm really hoping that I can turn my side hobby into something that can impact the people around me, and I hope you guys are able to reach heights that I've been unable to reach so far. So this pretty much wraps up the current video. I plan to put out the next video as soon as possible. I do have a lot of things on my plate, but I am making time to produce as much content as I can, and filming by myself and working by myself and doing things by myself always seems to be the most difficult part of my day, and I can't always be filming while I'm in the middle of something and then move the camera because I'm now in the way, and move it back because now I'm in the way again, and it just seems to be very difficult trying to do this by myself. But eventually I'll get the hang of it, and eventually you guys will get the content you guys have always been waiting for. So in the meantime, thank you guys for sticking around with me. Don't forget to push the like button. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Night Wrencher out.